Like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GGB Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Cricket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth on LGBT. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yeah, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, man. Salute everybody for tapping on in. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate everybody that's in the building. If y'all can hear me, press 2 in the comment section if you guys can hear me. Again, if y'all can hear me, press 2 in the comment section. Let me get a mic check, you guys. 1 2 1 2. If y'all can hear me, press 2 in the comment section below. I appreciate everybody that's in the building, man. Y'all already know what's up, man. We're going to get right to it today on this video. Can y'all hear me? All right. I think y'all can hear me. I think we good. Again, I appreciate everybody tapping on in. I believe that we're good now. So let's get into it, man. Let's talk about this situation, man. Hold on, y'all. Let's get into it and talk about this situation. Hold on 1 second. All right, you guys. So, Shannon Sharpe, as we've all known now, by now, has agreed to a settlement with his accuser, who Shannon Sharpe docked the accuser's name, which is how we know who this accuser is, because he docked the accuser's name, which I think was a huge mistake. I think Shay Sharpe made a lot of mistakes in this situation, and one of them was, I think, doxing her name and who she was, because that let everybody, even specifically, into his private life. Because if he would have never doxed her name, people wouldn't have known who she was, how old she was, what she was into. People would have all been in the dark with all that. If Shannon Sharpe would have never, spoken her name to the public, I think Shannon Sharpe made a lot of mistakes. First of all, he should have never been dealing with this type of person. Shannon Sharpe when you have that type of success and that type of whatever, you should never allow this type of person into your space, to your energy. I believe that all the young fellas who's getting money should understand this, and I believe that this should be the first thing to understand, is who you let in your presence and who you let have your energy. You understand? And I think Shannon Sharpe made a huge mistake by allowing this person into his presence, because everybody can say, oh, well, she lined Shannon up. How could she line Shannon up if Shannon's the one that allowed her to be in his presence? Shannon easily dismissed her from his presence. He could easily dismiss her from his presence. So that negates the notion that she lined him up, because Shannon Sharpe could have easily said, no, I don't want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? We really don't have nothing in my league. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk to you, period. So Shannon Sharpe, you guys have to put accountability on these people, because when you take accountability away, what you're doing is making it seem like it's okay. And now what happens is the next young guy that comes along, he thinks it's cool, and then when he gets lined up again, he's running out here talking about some shakedown, right? So let's go ahead. I put a link to the article in the description box, you guys, and we're going to get right into this. So now the accuser, who goes by the name of Gabriella Zuniga, who, once again, we would have never known her identity if it were not for Shannon Sharpe. This is all Shannon Sharpe's fault. He made bad moves all the way across the board. Shannon Sharpe made bad moves all the way across the board. And to the brother who said Klay Thompson going to end up like Shay Sharpe, no, he's not. Because here's the difference. Klay Thompson was somebody who's older and who's already established and have their own money. This woman was not older. She did not have no establishment. She did not have her own money like that. She's on OnlyFans popping it. So there's a huge difference. Now, whether or not you like who Klay Thompson's dating, that's something completely different. They're in completely different brackets. Those two women. Let's not make that. Let's make that clear right now. You understand what I'm saying? Klay Thompson's getting paid for $300,000 AP watches. So that's a whole difference. What was Shannon Sharpe getting out of this situation? I'm gonna ask you again. What was Shannon Sharpe getting out of this situation? Old girl don't went and bought went and bought Klay Thompson a $300,000 AP. Straight like that. What did this girl buy Shannon Sharpe? I'll wait for it. So you talking about two completely different, you understand what I'm saying, levels of individuals. Now, let's get to it. In a surprising turn of events, Gabriela Zuniga, who's now 22 years old, the OnlyFans creator who accused former NFL star and media personality Shannon Sharpe of sexual assault, has now announced her official retirement from the subscriber-based platform OnlyFans, just days after reaching a massive settlement in her high-profile $50 million lawsuit against him. The announcement she made via Instagram yesterday has sparked widespread discussion across social media, with reactions ranging from speculation about the settlement size to debates about the implications of her decision. And for you guys who don't know what's going on, I will go ahead and put on the screen her exact statement, because we're going to get into what she said. And shout out to my boy, Round Association. He did a video on this, and he was cooking on this. But that's her exact statement that she put on social media. Today, I have decided to retire from OnlyFans. Thank you for the incredible support you've shown me over the past few years. This community has given me a life I could never imagine. You know why she says that? Yeah, it gave it to her. Why? Because one of the people in that community just gave her ass the biggest payday she'll ever have, and whoever's that in the history of OnlyFans. This is absolute spit and slap in the face of Shannon Sharpe. This anybody saying this is a win, this is a massive, disgusting L. Let me say this again. This is an L for the ages. She said this community, talking to the OnlyFans community, has given me a life I could have never imagined. I'll still be active on social media and have several new projects in the works that I can't wait to share. I'm truly excited for this next chapter. I love you all forever and ever. Man, she's standing on Shannon Sharpe. Man, see a fool, play a fool. See a fool, play a fool. Right? That was her statement. Now, let's get to the facts of the situation. Ticket. What's up, dog? Roll the tape, homie. I bet.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shame now. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself, because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I want to take my wage. Stay right here. Where y'all at? Hey, Jack, where they at? Hold on. Cause you know I keep it on me now. Yeah. I keep it on me. You want to date your what? I want to date my wage. Not my age. I want to date my wage. So where are they? Y'all always talking about date your age. I want to date my wage. So come on with it. Well, you talking as a matter of fact, I'm taking applicants as we speak. Well, you talking. When you and I,
it's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
Are you trying tried to say? What you tried to say?
I'm looking right at you. I ain't backing down. You better take your own ass and get somebody to love you. Now I'm looking right at you. Let me tell you what Shannon needs. Let me tell you what my baby needs. He needs him an old fat gal. Make good cakes. Make some smothered turkey wings. We're going to rub his feet at the nighttime, okay? And going to have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when they come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young bitches and you know you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. When they want you to go for a fourth round, you looking at her like, bitch, listen, I need you. You want some money to go to Starbucks? Yeah, because I can't go there. But if you get to an older girl, when you get to that fourth round, she's going to say, hold on. Hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese. Yeah, some toast with apple butter, because that's going to get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. Shit. So he was doing, I was going to be scared. Come on, bitch.
You with a white woman because I was scared. She might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors. Not because I didn't like white women. I say white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that.
Hey, don't. She's 23. Darnell. She's 23. Darnell. 20. You why you didn't date her mom? Why you go for the Darnell? I didn't date her mom because why didn't I date her mom? Yeah, good question. No, wait, I'll ask you the question. No, because this ain't the Darnell Raleigh show. Love is love. If you don't, love is love. I agree with you. What? You like them young, though. Wait, nope. Don't do that. I don't like her young. I like what I love. I didn't groom nobody, son. It is what it is. But I can't say nobody my age to get what I wanted.
Now, y'all think about that. Hold on 1 second. Y'all press 1 and smash the like button. Hold on, smash the like button. Yeah, y'all press it. Because we're going to get right back to it. Let's go.
What I look like getting a 48-year-old bitch pregnant? It's possible. It could happen, but I ain't want them odds. Oh, she was on Bad Girl Club? Yes. You like Bad Girl? I made her a good girl. Nigga, please ask me a question. You like toxic? I was going through a transition in my life, and if somebody made me feel good about myself, then I knew in the future I was going to have a beautiful son that you was going to try to ruin the relationship I had with him by talking about the disease between titty legs. I saw the future of this show before we goddamn did it. All right? And I didn't break no laws. I didn't know. Yes, she's a lot younger than me. But that's what it was. I gave my opportunity. I gave myself an opportunity. Why you hating on me? Where y'all be at? Forever 21? Yo, I ain't gotta laugh down hard, right? You know what? I mean, where you mean this 23-year-old at? Cause I mean, hey, 23, I think I'm a couple years older than you. I go 33, so I just need to know. 23, 33, they're probably in the same area. Maybe we can hang out. I'm not pushing that. I'm not. Okay. What I want to say, there was a part of my life where someone gave me a certain energy that I needed. And they expressed to me, I wasn't out there on no playgrounds. I didn't have R. Kelly in the background. And they expressed to me that and this is how they get you. I like older men. Bing, 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 bing. Right. You like young. First, let's get up. This is Kyrie. This is who he is. You know he's going to dig in now because he's caught backlash. Nick Friedel challenged him. Joe Side tweeted at him. Wish he'd have just pulled him into a room and had a conversation. Just because he tweets something, that doesn't mean you have to compound an issue by tweeting back at him. Just call him in. Hey, you're the owner. Just say, Kyrie. Kyrie, I'd like to talk to you about something that you posted. Look, Kyrie always wants you to think. He went to Duke. He wants you to think that he's a physicist and he's the smartest guy in the room and he's a conspiracy theorist. And he said, well, what if that didn't happen? I know, okay, I understand that it could happen. What if it didn't? Okay, even if it did happen, what if it didn't happen? What if who were actually responsible for it wasn't really responsible for it? See, that's how he does. And he's like, I just want to play devil's advocate. So me personally, Skip, I don't listen to anything Kyrie has to say. I think he's a phenomenal basketball player, but he just says a whole lot of stuff, and there are enough of his followers because he has a large enough platform. They're gonna say, Kyrie, you right. And the more people that all he needs is one person to tell him that he's right, other than himself, and he's gonna keep it going. And so for me, this is I ain't got no problem with freedom of speech. Freedom of speech in America does not mean you're free of consequences in America. So you can say whatever you want. You can spew whatever you want. But when the backlash and the consequences come, don't come, oh, cry me, Kanye. Oh, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, they got to be on my neck. And it reminds me, I was like, give me Till and yada, yada. I don't want to hear that. Because when you were saying what you were saying, it was around repercussions. I'm free. I'm this, I'm that. And then somebody had to remind him, you look a lot like Shannon Sharpe. Remember when OJ say, OJ, I ain't black, I'm OJ. Kanye started to believe that too. Yep. I ain't black, I'm Kanye. And then he got reminded, oh yeah, you are. But Kyrie, I don't know what his end game is. He's always trying to I'm a free thinker. That was not free thoughts, Kanye. You reposted something. Now you said when Nick Friedel said, look, I understand what Alex Jones did. He made families relive a very tragic and horrifying moments in their life. He's a conspiracy theorist. I just like what he said 10 years ago. So you already said what the guy is. And now he's a proven liar. But it's that one thing that you like, you know what, it's that morsel over there. Now I get what he said right here is not true. Okay. Is he a member in these secret societies? Is Alex Jones a member of these secret societies that he can attest to? Is Kyrie Irving a member of these secret societies that he says exist? Just throwing stuff out there, Skip. It's just bad that this is what he's become. But Kyrie, I don't even know if you know who Craig Hodges is. But you better be careful. If you don't know who he is, might need to reach out to him and have a conversation. And I'm going to leave it at that.
The expense of everything else.
Well, I don't, look, like I said, I don't really, Kyrie aside, I don't believe, Skip, I believe you can be pro-black without being anti-this. You don't have to be a Semite, and you don't have to be anti-white, and you don't have, because sometimes I think the thing is that if I promote this, that means I hate that. And I don't want people to think that. But Kyrie Irving is the wrong messenger. If somebody else wants to deliver this message and can deliver it in a nice box to get people to understand and to sit down at the table and we can have an honest conversation about what happened, what is, okay, I'm fine. Kyrie Irving is just not the guy I want to hear from.
I hear.
I'm not surprised. He's maintained his innocence throughout this process, Skip, and he continued to do that yesterday. And people say, why don't he just apologize? I said, well, apologizing will mean some level of guilt. And the last thing you want to do without this case being adjudicated already is to say, did you hear him, Tony Busby, going to track right into court and say, this man apologized. Well, Mr. Watson, what were you apologizing for? So he has to maintain. So I didn't hear anything yesterday, Skip, that says, well, wow, he's guilty or he's innocent. He just maintains, this has been his stance from the very beginning, that I'm innocent of what they're saying I've done. Now, it's hard for me to believe that in Deshaun Watson's mind, he doesn't believe that he believes that he's done nothing wrong. I believe that Deshaun Watson, Skip, in his heart of hearts, believes that he's done nothing wrong.
I agree with that.
But
that could be really scary.
That could be right. But these women, on the other hand, says no. And so this is like another case, Skip, of she 24 times versus he one time.
I wrote that down. It's he said versus she 24 times.
Exactly. And so, Skip, what it is, but no matter what, innocence or whatever you have you here, this is a pattern of very disturbing behavior.
Yep.
And reaching out to 66 massage therapists is not normal. I'm not so sure that that he was looking for a therapeutic remedy for what was going on with his body at the time of seeking out these women, Skip. But the Browns knew what they were getting themselves into. This is not their first rodeo. They understand what has transpired with the Me Too movement. When you take on someone, Skip, it doesn't have to be professional sports. Even if it's a regular job situation, if people get wind of it, it's going to be a problem. And so the Browns knew well where what was transpiring. Had it been settled or not, had it been 2 women, 12 women, or 24 women, Skip, it would obviously the 24 is like this, the sheer volume, the magnitude of the women, and the allegations of what they're alleging is very disturbing. But the Browns absolutely knew what they were getting themselves into. Skip, this wasn't going to go away, man. Okay, this happened in Houston. So if we bring it to Cleveland, news won't travel from Houston to Cleveland. And did Deshaun get Deshaun out of that situation? No, that's not how it works. Your baggage is kind of like, Skip, you like to think that the baggage that you checked in Atlanta, when you arrive in Atlanta, you're going to go pick it up at baggage claim. That's how it works. The baggage that you have, you don't get to drop it off and it doesn't follow you. It's coming with you. Unfortunately, Skip, you can't lose that baggage. Sometimes airlines will lose your baggage. You can't lose the baggage that you've accumulated over your life. So for me, Skip, I didn't hear anything yesterday that I did not expect to hear. I'm innocent. I didn't do what they said I did. I didn't force anybody to do anything against their will, and that's my stance. That's where I am. That's all I heard. Now maybe somebody else took something different out of that, but I did not. You got a budget. What number you do after that?
What number? I mean, I don't want to be in your business, but what number?
Now I want y'all to listen to this. Y'all hit the like button, smash, share the video. Hit the like button, share the video. Let's get the likes up, y'all. Now y'all tell me about this.
You said
30,000.
Okay, so you can have a wedding with 30,000.
I don't know what you can have. I ain't going to get married. Shit, I don't give a damn. Hey, they better go get one of those. Hey, y'all from the South, y'all know about that fried catfish and spaghetti plate. Hey, I know somebody hooked that thing right on up. What they charge by the plate? $10.50 a head. Spaghetti, fried catfish, a piece of cornbread, and a styrofoam cup of sweet tea. That's all you get. Man, I'm not finna go for age. Just because they daddy from hell no. You got a budget. What number you do after that?
What number? I mean, I don't want to be in your business, but what number you said?
30,000.
Okay, so you can have a wedding with 30,000.
I don't know what you can have. I ain't going to get married. Shit, I don't give a damn. Hey, they better go get one of those. Hey, y'all from the South, y'all know about that fried catfish and spaghetti plate. Hey, I know somebody hooked that thing right on up. What they charge by the plate? $10.50 a head. Spaghetti, fried catfish, a piece of cornbread, and a styrofoam cup of sweet tea. That's all you get. Man, I'm not finna go for age. Just because they daddy from hell no. To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I want to take my wage. Stay right here. Where y'all at? Hey, Chad, where they at?
Hold on. Cause you know I keep it on me now.
Yeah.
I keep it on me. You want to date your what?
I want to date my wage, not my age. I want to date my wage. So where are they? Because y'all always talking about date your age, date your age. I want to date my wage. So come on with it.
Well, you talking?
As a matter of fact, I'm taking applicants as we speak.
Well, you talking?
Sometimes the man upstairs gives you something and he blesses you and he blesses us and he allows us to be in great positions. And this is why I tell all the youth, all the young guys that's listening, this is 100% Shannon Sharpe's fault. And the reason why is because of decisions he made. Shannon Sharpe has he has power over his life and who he allows to come into his space, his energy. Shannon Sharpe was blessed. Shannon Sharpe is talented. Shannon Sharpe went to a whole different level that nobody ever thought he could make it to after leaving the NFL. Nobody thought Shannon Sharpe, after he retired, would ever be where he was at and where he was elevated to, where God allowed him to elevate to. And he elevated. He definitely rose all the way to the very top of this, of his industry, right? And so now to see that he elevated the way he elevated, gotten to that position of where only a few people get of that much success, and then allowed this person to come into his space. This woman should have never been allowed to be able to enter his space. See, once you get to that level, it's all about the decisions you make now, because now you're the one that's in control. You're the one that's calling the shots. Shannon Sharpe did not call the right shots in his own life. You understand? He called the wrong shots. He made the wrong decisions. The same thing he's criticized people on over and over and over and over again. I've got about 25 other clips that I'm not even going to play today. But all the things that he criticized people on and talked down on black people on and did all of this other stuff, and then you want to say it's a shakedown and try to bring the black community with you when you tore other black brothers down that was going through the same situation. And it's not just me saying this is facts. I'm putting forth factual information. And now to watch this woman come and stick it in your face it's just, like I said before, man, it's embarrassing. It's sad. It's a major L. You understand what I'm saying? And bro, this is why young fellas need to understand. You have to learn from these situations. You have to tell these guys, look, man, watch who you put in your space and in your energy, bro. If somebody is not bringing something back to you of substantial, equality that you're bringing to the relationship, you don't need to be with that person, in my opinion, especially when you got a lot to lose. When you have a lot to lose, man, you have to whom much is given, much is required, man. And that is truly true. Once you get on that level, man, you have to think and move like everybody's trying to come after you. You have to think and move like everybody wants to tear you down and bring you down. You know what I mean? Shannon Sharpe saw that with all the allegations people were trying to put on him, with him and the stylist and stuff like that, and all the things people were trying to say about him being zesty. I never subscribed to that because I didn't want to see Shannon Sharpe go down like that. But when Shannon Sharpe was saying all these things to these brothers and stuff, and I'm thinking, okay, yeah, he's trying to preach, he's trying to keep it real, and then comes to find out he living this thing himself. You're getting on Donnell Rollins on your Cub Shay, and you're clowning him for having a young chick. Meanwhile, you were banging a chick that's younger than he had. Make it make sense. You cannot allow this to escape the reality. And now this woman has completely came out and embarrassed this man with this statement. This statement is just the last stick to Shannon Sharpe. See, they thought it was funny when it went across the media that Tony Busby didn't show up in court. The lawyers didn't. This accuser, she didn't show up in court. She didn't say anything. And once again, Shannon Sharpe made another stupid move. He should have never doxed this woman information when she came with them allegations. Because guess what? Even if he would have had to pay a settlement, guess what? The information would have been private and nobody would have known this and nobody would have known who she was. Most people would have thought it would have been an older woman. So most people would have still been riding with Shannon Sharpe. This woman's identity wouldn't have been out there. So it wouldn't have hurt him as much as some people tried to hold it against him because of her age. But people was doing that because of the stuff Shannon Sharpe have said to other brothers about dating younger women. And the things he had been critical of Deshaun Watson, who was going through the same type of situation where he was getting hit with these lawsuits and these allegations, and Tony Busby was bringing all those women up there to settle. And he said Tony Busby was going to get sued. Well, where's the lawsuit at? Now, all these people online are clowning Shannon Sharpe because of the situation he put himself in. This girl can't go put herself in Shannon Sharpe's house. She can't go put herself in Shannon Sharpe's car. He had to make all those approvals and decisions before it gets there. This is why the onus is on Shannon Sharpe. This is why the responsibility is on Shannon Sharpe. And this is why all the young fellas got to understand this. This stuff is on Shay Shay, man. He brought all of this stuff into his own space. The same way he criticized Deshaun Watson and talked about he wasn't apologizing timely manner after settling the lawsuit. Shannon Sharpe haven't said a word after settling his lawsuit. But what he want to do, he want to get back to his job, right? So when Deshaun Watson came out, settled the allegations and apologized because he wanted to get back to his job, Shannon Sharpe had a problem with his timing on the apology. Why is that? Why did Shannon Sharpe have a problem with that guy's timing on his apology? Why? Come on, man. This is why I say you have to watch who you put in your space, because if we don't speak out against that, guess what that's going to do? That's going to make the younger fellas think it's cool to date these type of chicks and put themselves in these situations and then just say, oh, man, it's a shakedown or something like that when it go wrong. No. We should be telling these young fellas, man, don't be messing with these 304s like that, man. Don't be messing with these young chicks like that, man, like that's out here 304 trapping. She on OnlyFans doing all this, God knows what type of stuff they said she was doing on there. And this is the type of chick you pick up. You're a man of class. You're in a whole different tax bracket. You're a man of dignity. See what I'm saying? As far as, even if you want to do some freaky shit or whatever, bro, Shannon, there's plenty of women out here would have did any freaky thing Shannon Sharpe wanted to do without no issues whatsoever. You got this dude arguing on the phone with a young chick. I'm talking about, bro, stressed out, arguing. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. And my thing is this, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look, hey, to each his own. If she's legal, hey, Shannon, okay, cool. But how you criticizing the next man and you saying all this, that, and the third, right? When you was dating a chick that was younger than what he was dating. It's just the world didn't know that. And guess what? Shannon Sharpe, he hurt his own self by doxing her name. He should have never put her name out there. Because even if she would have settled, she was anonymous in the lawsuit and she would have been anonymous in the settlement. And she would not have been able to come out and say nothing. Shannon Sharpe doxing her name changed the whole situation. That hurt his whole situation because now everybody knew who she was. They went and found, and people are going to be judgmental in some stances because of the age, which if she's legal, she's legal. But still, you know what I'm saying? Especially when they're not really complaining about, what's the football coach name that's dating the younger girl? Belichick. So, yeah, man, like I said before, you feel what I'm saying? But this is the type of stuff where Shannon should have been like, nah, she can't come around me, bro. Nah, no dice. Can't come around me. And then, if it was consensual, Shannon Sharpe need to know how to move the right way. You don't go to her house. She don't come to your house. Bro, you supposed to have, Shannon Sharpe is a multimillionaire. He's supposed to have so many barriers between that thing. It's supposed to be phones down, all kind of stuff. NDAs signed. Not only NDAs, but agreements signed. All kind of stuff that Shannon Sharpe, as a multimillionaire, was supposed to have in line before he did that. So I can't condone none of this stuff. This is the reason why he get cooked. Because he come around here always talking shit about the homies. Talking down about the brothers. And then the brothers supposed to be the same ones to stand up for this nigga. No dice. I'm sorry, man. It's got to be some type of repercussion for the shit that he did. And this girl coming out here saying that this nigga retired this girl from OnlyFans. Bro, it can't be no settlement bigger than what she got in OnlyFans. And probably settlement. Well, I can't say settlement history because big companies have had settlements, but personal settlements, this woman going on social media bragging about she retired, and look how she knows she bragging because look at what she said. This community has given me a life I could never imagine. Are you serious? She says this after this nigga paid her the bread. So you know what that means? Because where she meet Shannon Sharpe at? Right? And saying this community, right? And Shannon's the one that revealed she was on OnlyFans. Bad moves all the way across the board, man. Like I said, this is just food for thought, man. Y'all do the dishes, man. Let me know what y'all think about this girl out here and her statement now that she's put out here to the public. Talking about I love you all forever and ever. She turned down $10 million. This is how y'all know this girl is on game. She turned down $10 million and sued him for 50. Everybody thought she was stupid when she turned. All these people, I said she ain't stupid. I said for her to turn down $10 million, she got that nigga dead to rights. Anybody in America that's gonna turn down $10 million settlement without having to go to court or nothing, you have to have a person dead to rights and know they're gonna be found guilty in the court of law. Massive L for Shannon Sharpe. And when you combine that with all the shit he talked, bro, massive L, man. Massive L, man. And now he probably gonna be paying this woman for God knows how long. And you don't know because they're talking about how his ESPN co-workers didn't want to work with him no more. So how was ESPN gonna work out that situation? Is he gonna be allowed to go back to ESPN? That's in limbo. Are the sponsors now going to look at him as, oh, nah, you too much of a risk. You guilty. It's too much of a background. It's too much baggage. Remember he said about the other dude, Deshaun Watson? He was like, no matter where you go, all your allegations and your baggage going to follow you. Well, this is what happened with Shannon Sharpe with all of the jobs and all of the places that he went. All of his baggage has now followed him. All the things he said is happening to him. God sent Pat Williams to that man's show and told that man. God sent Monique to his show and told that man. And he was disobedient. That man got everything. Shannon Sharpe won the game, bro. He won the game in life, which is get rich and doing what you love to do and having fun. He was one of the rare guys you can genuinely tell that was having fun with his job after he retired. One of the few. You get to the pinnacle where this dude's about to get $100 million, bro. And lack of self-discipline, lack of just having a common sense, destroyed him. Destroyed him. And if he was really felt like, oh, I'm innocent, he'd have fought this and took this all the way. He didn't want this to go to court. Trust me. And it's sad because all the young fellas need to understand, when you get that bag, you have to watch and protect your energy and who you have yourself around, bro. You have to watch the people that you put yourself around. It has to be layers, barriers, and all kind of agreements being. I'm talking about damn near. You got to damn near sign a contract, full agreement. You understand what I'm saying? Know how to move. I'm not going to no chick's house. Let me say something. If I don't know this chick, and we don't have a real history, I'm talking about like me and you, like I'm not talking about no OnlyFans type of shit. I'm talking about we got a real relationship for years. I'm not going to your house doing nothing. You not coming to mine. Because if we just freaking, we just freaking. But it ain't going to be in either one of our houses. There ain't going to be no phones, none of that stuff. This man was slipping. This man was talking on the phone. Oh, come on, man, bro. Come on, man. He did it to himself. And then after all that wisdom, he tries to give out. He has none. This man talk all that shit about Kyrie Irving. About, oh, Kyrie think he's smart. No, nigga, Kyrie thinks you're stupid. Point blank, period. Kyrie Irving probably somewhere laughing his ass off. What y'all think Russell Westbrook and them doing right now? Like, look at this damn fool sat on TV all these years. Kikiing with Skip, talking all that shit about me. Now look at this idiot. That's what they go. Somebody go put a microphone in front of Russell Westbrook's face and in front of Kyrie Irving in them face right now and see what they say. You seen what he said about Stephen A. Smith? He said, hell no, he don't deserve that contract, Kyrie said. And Stephen A. Smith already told y'all how them dudes operate. So, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what y'all feeling on this, man. Salute to everybody that's tapped in the building, man. I appreciate all y'all, man. Love to all y'all, man. This is sad, bro. This woman is damn near out here bragging. This woman don't say she don't retired off this nigga, man. Retired. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man.
Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe once again. There are links. Get the free membership on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, ticketvmedia.com. You go over there, you can go right to the members part and become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, Straight Drop Weight Loss Formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that, as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.